everyone, it is Mary Hamer, and I wanted to tell you guys about my experience with Life on Fire. So I went to I'm not really sure how to describe it now. It's not really a seminar, it's not really a conference, it's more like a transformational event, and it is put on by Life on Fire, and it is called Abundance. So one of the biggest things that I think I got out of the event is really just going from being in effect and being someone that just responds and being in sort of like a victim or blame and shame kind of mentality over to being on the cause side of things, where that's more 100% responsibility, freedom, joy, things like that. Yeah, so a lot of times I have committed to being on the cause side of things and being 100% responsible for my life and for the outcomes of my life, but for some reason it never really took as well as it took this last weekend. We did a lot on integrity, which I talked about in my last video, and we wrote down, ways that we were going to get back in integrity with people, and I've gotten back in integrity with, I think, 5 people so far, and that's felt really good. But overall, it was really, really intense. Like, when they say intensive, they are serious. Like, they put us through some stuff that I did not expect, and that really, really transformed my life. I had some breakthroughs, and I really am committed to making my life something really beautiful. One thing that happened was that they had us go out during lunch and call 3 people to find out what gifts they saw in us that we share with the world. And the 3 people that I called, my best friend Brandy, my dad, and my mother-in-law Kim, and all 3 of them, the first thing that they said was joy. And that is so friggin' sweet. Like, so I decided to name my intuition Joy because of that. When I called my husband, because I called 4 people instead of 3, he said that my biggest gift is the ability to connect with others and to express myself and to have other people express back to me, and really to have a good conversation and get people to open up. During the event, we did a process that I won't go into, but we came up with these I am statements. And I am an adventurous, decisive, focused healer of hearts. So what I did, and they didn't tell us to do this, but that's what I did anyway, was I took the weeks in the month, because usually there's 4 weeks about. And so the first week I'm going to focus on adventure. So going out, doing things that I've never done, going to new trails, going to a museum that I've never been to, reading a book, reading like fiction books, because I usually read nonfiction, and I like to get back into reading fiction. And that's kind of adventurous for me, not really in that reading books is adventurous, but that it provides an adventure for me. And then the second week is going to be decisive, and so during that week, I'm going to ask my husband to let me make all the decisions as much as possible. So if we're going to a movie, like what movie we're going to see, or where we're going to sit in the movie theater, things like that I usually pass off to other people, and I don't take responsibility for myself. If someone's like, I don't care, then I'm like, well, I don't care either. Let's do something. I don't know. I also have a book called Blink. I don't remember who it's by, but I can find out and put it in the doobly-doo down underneath. But this book is called Blink, that it is essentially about like how to make those quick, decisive, decisions. because it's something that I've always had a trouble doing. I tend to moralize my decisions, even if there's no morality to be had. I will be like, well, what's the right decision on, where to sit in a restaurant? Like, no, there's no right or wrong there. But so I want to start reading that book, and I'll be reading that during the decisive week of my month. During the next week, which is going to be focused, that's going to be me going over my goals, recommitting to being 100% responsible, seeing where I'm out of alignment with my mission and where I need to line up, where I'm out of integrity with people and getting back in integrity with them as well. And then the last week is Healer of Hearts, and that's really where I'm going to be learning about how to help people more efficiently, and I'm going to be focusing in on writing new music and performing and getting gigs and things like that. So all of these things can be done throughout the month, but those particular weeks, those are the things I'm going to be focusing on. And I wrote out like literally an entire page on adventure, decisiveness, focused, and Healer of Hearts. It's been 7 days since Abundance has ended, and I have gotten more done over these last 7 days than I have I don't even know, maybe over months and months, maybe like a year or something. I don't know. Just focused, connecting with other people. I did my first improv class, which was so amazing. It was so much fun, and it was way easier than I thought it was going to be. And I'll link the improv school that I went to in the description. And next week I'm going to my first Toastmasters meeting. I know, yes, so that's going to be really interesting. I've never done that before, but I really want to get better at public speaking. I want to get better at even talking to this camera, so I don't have as many cuts. One thing that I noticed about after these breakthroughs and everything from Abundance is that I'm really a lot more present. I am more aware of my body. I feel like I'm standing up taller even if I'm slouching. And I keep asking people, like, am I yelling? And apparently I'm not. It's just that I'm more aware of my own voice. Like, I'm actually hearing it. Almost like I didn't have a voice before. And my husband's noticed a big difference in my personality as well. I'm more optimistic, more happy. I'm actually doing things, doing things more around the house, getting together with people, fellow singer-songwriters, talking to people online, things like that. Another thing that's happened is that my doctors have been talking to me. I talked to them a little bit about Abundance, and both of them have asked me if I've ever considered becoming a coach myself. And, I kind of kicked the ground and blushed and maybe. And a lot of people at the event were actually asking me the same thing. And Life on Fire does have a coaching academy. And so I'm thinking about it. I have a lot of limiting beliefs as far as that's concerned. But I'm sure that, getting into a program, talking to somebody about those limiting beliefs that has been there before is going to help me. So yeah, I don't know. I think it would be an interesting adventure to go on, to say the least. And I'm gonna kind of go with this and see where it goes and do my research and just see where it goes. So I liked this Abundance event so much that I'm actually going to be taking a course from them. It's more like a challenge, so it's actually called the Life on Fire Challenge. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, and if you complete it, they send you like a box of goodies. So I'm gonna get a shirt and some stickers, like decals, bracelets, stuff like that. They'll say like Life on Fire, which I will totally wear their stuff because I have no problem being a walking billboard for them. And there's really like a fire inside of myself now that is burning for progress and to really make my dreams come true. And I, that the whole name of the program, Life on Fire, pretty much sums it up. I think that it's a great organization. I will let you guys know how the challenge goes and maybe show you guys my vision board once it's made. Yeah. So I want to know, have you ever been to a life-changing event such as the Life on Fire Abundance, or have you ever had a life coach or therapist or somebody that changed your life? I want to know about it. Let me know in the comments, and until next time, keep being awesome.